Hey guys, we're in week 5. It's kind of hard to believe that a month has passed. Time really flies. So in this short video, let me talk about things you need to complete for this coming week. Now, before I start on that, I want to remind everybody that this coming Wednesday, instead of the regular online class meeting, we're going to have a special event, a seminar where we invited a guest speaker to talk about her summer research on developing a model for COVID-19 vaccine. As I mentioned previously, you can earn some extra credit by attending this event and asking questions. So here's how you can earn some points added to your assignment grade. If you attend the meeting, the online, the virtual meeting, you will earn 1 point. If you ask a question, you will earn 1.5 points. And you can ask up to 3 questions. So that means potentially you could earn up to 5.5 points. All right? I will include the link to join the meeting in the weekly announcement. So make sure you use that link to attend the meeting, not the regular WebEx online office hours link. Okay? So use the link I provided in this announcement. All right, now, things we need to complete this week. First, let's talk about lecture. We are still in Unit 1, but we are going to finish it up this coming week. So we're going to look at Chapter 4, Cellular Structure. Okay, so when you open that, on the top, you are going to see 2 things you need to complete from Lumen, right? The study plan and the quiz. Again, for the quiz, you have 2 attempts, and I will take your highest score. You can find the slides and the lecture recordings in this folder as well. I try to make each video recording as short as I can. So you can see that I broke it up to 3 shorter videos, and then the study guide. So that's it for a lecture. Now for the lab, let's go back to this window. If you click on lab work folder, we are going to do week 5, right, which is chemical composition of the cells. Now, this is actually complementary to what you have learned in the previous 2 weeks in the lecture, the important biomolecules. So the lab is actually about the 4 different kinds of biomolecules. All right, if you click on this eScience lab folder, it will take you to here, where you can see there are 2 items. Now, the first item is a link. When you click, it's going to take you to eScience Virtual Labs. You remember, let me just click on it real quick. You will see that there are slides with the background information you need to complete, right, over here. I know it might be small, but there's actually not much materials there. So go through each slide and finish all the reading. And then you're going to come to this lab drill where you will see some quiz questions. I will use some of those lab drill questions in the lab test. And then when you click on assignments and procedures, this time you're going to complete a virtual experiment. Okay, so that's similar to the lab safety, the neutralization of acids and bases you did before. So there's no hands-on activities, you just do it virtually. This time, you do need to complete a lab workbook. All right, so you can download the lab workbook here as you go through the lab, or if you come back to this submission link, you can see that I have actually attached the lab work over here. So it's easier for you to just download from this submission link to your computer, complete the questions, and submit this lab workbook back to Blackboard using this submission link. Now, you probably wonder, oh, we don't have a quiz this time, and you are actually right. We don't have a quiz this time, and that's because the questions in this week's lab workbook are very hard to be converted to quiz questions, right, which are usually multiple choice questions. And there's a lot of data submission as well in the lab workbook, and I cannot convert the data submission to, quiz questions. So this week, there's no quiz, and you just need to complete the lab workbook and then upload your answers in this file back to Blackboard, okay? And I will grade your lab workbook this week. So again, the trick is look at what's in the eScience lab folder, right? If you see, oh, it's a lab workbook submission link, that means you need to complete the entire lab workbook and submit it back to Blackboard. But if the link says complete a quiz here, then you know you don't need to submit lab workbook. You only need to answer the questions in the quiz. All right, so this is how you know what file you need to submit for that particular week's lab. Last thing I want to remind everybody is that after this coming week, you are going to have the first lecture exam, right? If you look at the syllabus right here, the exam is scheduled for the September 14th week. And you will also have a lab exam in the same week, okay? Unfortunately, it just happens that these two tests are scheduled in the same week. You need to prepare early and start studying from this week so that you know you will be ready for the two tests next week. All right. This will be a good practice for you guys, because if you transfer to other universities, a lot of times you will face multiple quizzes or tests in 1 week from multiple courses. All right, so see how you can handle this, and this will get you prepared for some of the more challenging schoolwork in the future.